My career in accounting started with a degree in accounting from the University of Idaho in 1978. I moved to Spokane, both for a wedding, mine, and because Pat McFarland of McFarland & Alton hired me. I have a passion, and my passion is work with women and children especially. The employers that I had allowed me time to do nonprofit work, or I fitted in at night and weekends because it was always important to me. My husband and I provided a church ride to children that lived at Hutton Settlement. And our first year or two, we had 3 girls. They told me stories that I did not believe. They were beyond what I could consider horrific. I called the counselor at Hutton and said, "You're not going to believe what stories I'm being told." And she said, "Those are true." That helped direct where my nonprofit work would go and my passion would go. How I try to embody honor in my life would be slow to judge, listen.
And she's listened to because she has integrity and compassion and fairness that drives her.
I find the more I listen, the easier it is to slow down and listen to all sides.
You can always count on Nancy to have a well thought out, informed opinion on almost anything, but it's always done with fairness and compassion. And she absolutely walks her talk.
Courage is doing things that are uncomfortable for you, speaking out when there's a need to speak out, stopping someone when they tell an inappropriate joke, when they use a denigrating comment.
She is one to research, take a position, and hold it firmly and defend it, even when she's in the minority.
I need to be well educated on whatever issue or topic is that I'm approaching. Most of my friends would tell you that, oh yeah, she speaks out. Commitment is a promise, and I take promises seriously. It is an obligation. If I've made a promise to you, I will keep that promise.
As a community member, she works with nonprofits to address the hard issues that affect women and children in Spokane. And she works with them in a collaborative, results-oriented way to come up with real solutions. She consistently shows up, and speaks out for equality for everyone, and that exactly fits the mission of the YWCA.
Empowering women came not just from the work as a CPA in an accounting firm where there weren't very many women. It also would have come from women in construction, because the company that we had, Dewdrop Sprinklers and Landscaping, became a construction company primarily.
Nancy hired office personnel with the idea that she would try to mentor them and get them interested in how an office works. She did, particularly when high school student came in and seemed interested in accounting and in the finance world. And she has since gone on to get her CPA and work for a national firm. And I think that's largely because of the mentoring that Nancy provided her.
When I started in accounting, there were very few, and now it's 50% or more of women graduates in accounting. When my friends and I started Women CPAs, we did that because there weren't very many women CPAs. That organization died a natural death because it was no longer seen as necessary by the new, younger women accountants, which is great. We want to see that happen more often.
She is a passionate and tireless advocate for social justice, to eliminate racism and empower women. And she does this by doorbelling, by researching issues, by holding fundraising dinners, encouraging discerning conversations on issues, and working towards a better solution.
I am white and privileged, and I recognize that. I have 2 nieces that are women of color. They are born in China, but they have been harangued and abused, treated badly because of the color of their skin. This needs to stop, and I hope I'm a part of that change in our culture. Discrimination is still out there, not just against the races, but also against women. And until we see 50% of the CEOs of the Fortune 500 as women and/or as people of color, we still have work to do.
I nominated Nancy because Nancy always inspires me. She treats everyone, and I mean everyone, with kindness and respect and compassion. Nancy is determined to live a purposeful life and to make our community better, and she is.
When I learned I was an honoree this year, I was surprised beyond surprise. Shocked is a word. I was so humble. It's made me think about where I want to go and what my future is going to look like. Hopefully, it will be one that continues to empower women, care for children, and eliminate racism.